Hi, my name's Amber Huck. I'm an art major. This is my second year in college, but my first year at Stan State. I'm 19 years old. I'm on the women's tennis team, and I play both singles and doubles. So I was at Sonoma State. I was playing tennis there, but they had to cut our teams in April. So I'm here now, and I'm really happy and excited to play tennis for Stanislaus.
And what are your future goals with art? That's cool that you are an art major.
Yeah, I love filmmaking, although I do love all aspects of art, especially drawing, but I really love cinematography and editing.
Cool. And so you're passionate about tennis, but if you could play any sport that wasn't tennis, what would you play?
That would probably be golf, only because I used to play a little bit of golf when I was younger, not competitively or anything, just for fun. But I used to play a lot more often with my family, but now my whole life is just tennis and school, so I don't have time to play. We just play like once a year on Christmas, but I used to play a lot more, but I would like to get back into it maybe in the future.
And why did you choose Stanislaus State?
I chose Stanislaus State because, well, for one, it's close to home, but it also really reminded me of Sonoma with like the campus and the people, and it's just like a really great environment. And so far it's been great. All my teachers are great, and I'm really enjoying it, and I think this is definitely the place for me.
That's really good to hear. That's good that everyone is being great and your professors are really awesome, especially with being online in your first year at Stan State. So that's really good to hear. So do you have an interesting story that you could tell me and the people watching this that no one really knows that you could share?
I got to meet Steph Curry from the Golden State Warriors. It was such a crazy experience. It was a couple years ago, I think 2018. It was when he was injured, so he was going to do some exercises to help his ankle, and it was after tennis. It was like 8 p.m. and me and my parents were running around the track at a high school near us, and he just showed up with like two of his trainers, and it was just us and them, and it was so cool, and we got to talk to him and take photos with him. So it was just a really great experience, and he's like one of the most humble and just nice people you'll ever meet, so it was really great to meet him.
That's super cool. I'm sure a lot of athletes and everyone would be really jealous to hear that. That's really cool, and it's always awesome when a celebrity is just really down to earth and a great person as well. So that's a great story. So do you have a go-to pump-up song that you like to listen to before your matches?
Oh, well, I love all kinds of music, mostly alternative rock, some pop songs. I don't really have a specific song because I love so many different bands and artists, but I really love Fall Out Boy, Panic at the Disco. Lately I've been getting into Bon Jovi. So it's just like I really love upbeat songs, so pretty much any music from any of those artists really helps pump me up before my matches.
And what were some of your favorite childhood TV shows?
I didn't watch too many shows as a child, but I do recall that I loved Wipeout, and I still do to this day. Whenever it's coming on TV, I always watch for the reruns. I always, when I was really young, I would always say, when I turn 20, I'm gonna go on Wipeout. So hopefully if they start showing that again, maybe I'll try. But it just seems like so much fun, and it's really funny to watch the people wipe out. So that was why I loved watching then. But now I really love The Office. And lately I've been getting into some like old shows from like the 50s and 60s, like Leave It to Beaver, The Andy Griffith Show, and Gomer Pyle, USMC. My parents have been showing them to me, and I've just fallen in love with all of those old sitcoms. So, yeah.
Yeah, those are some classics that you named, so that's really cool that your parents are showing you those and that you get to experience those now. So that's really cool. Did you learn anything new over your summer break?
Yeah, I did. I learned quite a bit. Well, for one, I've like really improved with having to like speak to people because I was in the process of trying to find a new school and I didn't have much time. I had to call so many different people. And so I got like used to speaking to people and gotten more comfortable with it, which has been really helpful for me, especially now since I'm in a public speaking class. But I also learned a lot more about filmmaking that has really helped me improve the videos I've been making because I love the cinematography and the editing. I had my first like gig kind of like over the summer with a company in Oakland, and I just got a lot more familiar with all the camera equipment and all of the shots I had to make, and it was just a really great experience. And I think it's kind of like a good like first step like into the world of filmmaking, and I know that it could only get better from now. So it was a really great experience. That's incredible. That's awesome that you had those opportunities and that you were able to improve in that, and your public speaking as well. It's always great to learn those things, so that's really cool. Do you have a role model in your life that you really look up to, and why are they your role model? I would say my mom and dad. I'm an only child, so all of their attention would be towards myself, and they have such a determination to, whenever they set their minds to something, they do it. And I feel like that's kind of like, that's what I try and do, and that's what they've taught me over the years. And they just care so much about everything for me, for tennis, for school, whatever I want to do, they're always trying to help me. So I feel like I really look up to them, and it's really great to have people who care so much about me in my life. So yeah.
Yeah, definitely. So speaking about people in your life, if you could have coffee or lunch with anyone, a celebrity, anyone in your life, dead or alive, who would you have coffee or lunch with, and why?
I'd probably say Steve Carell. One, because I'm a huge fan of The Office, but also because from what I've heard, he's just the sweetest person in person, such a humble person, just like Steph Curry. And I feel like I could learn so much from him just from talking to him, because he knows everything there is to know about everything about filmmaking, acting, all of that. Like, I feel like he would just be like a walking dictionary. So I feel like it would be really helpful to talk to him, and just like a great experience for me.
Do you have a favorite movie?
I have a couple. I've loved Star Wars ever since I was like in 3rd grade. I got to play the role of Princess Leia in a class play, and since then I've just been obsessed with the movie. And I feel like that's kind of what got me interested in like entertainment and filmmaking. But aside from that, I love Jurassic Park, Jurassic World, Pirates of the Caribbean, love that movie, and Indiana Jones. I really like the action films that also have like a little bit of comedy in them. So yeah, that's what I love. And also Disney movies, any of them.
If you could have a closet full of one item, what would your closet be full of?
I love clothes. I also really love earrings, like fancy earrings, but I guess I'd probably say like dresses, like fancy dresses, because I love being fancy, but it's hard right now, especially because I never really have any places to go where I can dress up without looking kind of odd. But I love being as fancy as I can, so I guess dresses would be my answer.
Soda or sparkling water?
Soda.
Flip-flops or sneakers?
Flip-flops.
Baseball or football?
Baseball.
Cats or dogs?
Dogs.
Fall or spring?
Fall.
The beach or the mountains?
Beach.
Reading or watching?
Watching.
Driving or flying?
Flying. Bungee
jump or skydive?
I guess bungee jumping would be the better of the two.
Cardio or strength training?
Cardio.
Well, that brings me to the end of the interview, but I really enjoyed speaking with you, and hopefully I'm able to interview you in person soon. I know that this was kind of a weird way to do an interview, but it's what we're doing right now. But thank you so much for coming and being interviewed today.
Thank you so much. This was fun.